close, and you know that you're a good team. So to be able to have that sort of validated, was that important?
Yeah, I mean it's important because we had to get on the run, and I think we all know that, and we know what type of team we are in the locker room. We know who we have. We know what we can do. And I think we've shown that, and obviously getting that game and getting over that hump. It's just it's a new season. That's how we all put it. We had the 9 games and started a new 9 games, and that's how we're rocking. So it was good, definitely, to have that, and for us to push forward.
When you get a win like that, when you're down 17, does that instill a little extra confidence, a different kind of confidence when you can dig yourself out of a hole and get the W?
Yes, most definitely. Obviously we don't want to start like that, but just having that confidence and that ability to to overcome that from down 17, that's big. Obviously, wins are hard to come by in this league. There's a lot of good teams and good players and stuff like that, and for us to fight back and get that going and pull out that win, that's amazing.
You've got a young quarterback like Trevor that's trying to figure it out, and it's up and down and good and bad. When you come back from 17-0, only a second time in franchise history, what does that do for his confidence? Do you think was it a needed boost that he had to have?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it was something that we all needed, as a team. And we all know, who Trevor is. He's super focused and doesn't let anything really pretty much rattle him. So it's not surprising, but at the same time, it's definitely needed. For him to get things going and to have a 2-minute drive in there and get points. Come up with some big plays, some big runs that that he did to get some points on the board. So it was it was amazing to see, and it's obviously great for him.
When you do remember back when you were a young guy and maybe things weren't going the way you had hoped, did you lose confidence ever? Did you start to doubt yourself at all?
No. Heck no.
I mean, do guys just not even think that way? Is that just
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I mean, I've never felt that way. Just because I always felt like, and I still feel like to this day, you give me the opportunity, and I'm gonna capitalize on it more than I don't. So I think you have to be like that in this league. If you're not like that, then you don't last long. So I think in this locker room we have people that think like that. So yeah, but obviously I can't speak for anybody else. But when you're young, you need these type of games. You know what I'm saying? And as much as you could be on the field every snap, you're getting experience and you're getting confidence. So it's a confident game. If you don't have it, you don't belong here.
Have you seen guys in your career that have lost their confidence?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah,
How
most definitely.
hard is that to watch? Because it must be pretty evident for everyone, right?
Yeah, I mean it's evident. I mean, it just happens. But yeah, I've seen it happen, and it's yeah. I mean, it doesn't happen to me.
Continue forward now from here, just sort of stacking the wins like you were talking about.
Well, I mean, the main thing is you got to get one, before you get 2. So we're doing the one foot forward approach. We have 1, so it's time to focus on the next one, and that's all we're focused on. And that's what we have to do, in order to go on the run. But I think we're in a good place with that. So now we're just focused on the Chiefs, and that's our only goal is getting a W there, and then we could think further after that. So.
For you as a wide receiver, is it fun to block for a guy like Travis Etienne, like you're out there blocking and just kind of look up and there he goes?
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. I've been a part of some good rushing teams, early on in my career. And you just never know. So you don't want to be the guy that is your guy that tackles him. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you're on the backside and he's gone, it's good to look up at the screen and stuff like that. But when you're on the front side of the play, yeah, you don't want to be that guy. But we know that he's that guy that could take anything and any which way and score and do all that exciting stuff. So it's good to be a part of.
You've been around Trevor for a year and a half now. Was that as impressive as he's been in terms of, I guess, poise, accuracy, just the whole package yesterday?
Well, it was. I mean, I can't say it's the best he's been, but but it's just something that's expected that we expect from him because he has it in him for sure. So. When he's in a groove and he's hitting passes early and running the ball for first downs and stuff like that. When he's in that groove early, he's a great talent. Everybody knows that. When he catches that groove, it's watch out. So definitely.
How important is a strong performance this week heading into the bye?
It's big. You always want to go to the bye with a good taste in your mouth. It's an important game for us because one, it's the next game, and you want to go into that bye, feeling good and ready to make a push. So it'll be important.
All good?
Boom, for sure. Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir.
How old are you?
Able to dig themselves out of a pretty deep hole, and does that give a little extra oomph?
Yeah, it does. Everybody feels better the day after. The whole week is good. Guys have a little more confidence on the practice field. And it's just a matter of in this business, it's just a matter of can you repeat it, and can you sustain it, and that's what we need to do.
You've kind of been looking to turn that corner, maybe looking for that spark. Can a win like this one be maybe that? I mean, because it's not just a win. I mean, second biggest comeback in franchise history kind of win.
Yeah, I mean it can be. You hope it is, but it's up to the coaches and the players, to just keep doing their job, keep working every day. Don't worry about the outside world and focus on our jobs and get ready for another football game.
How do you balance they snapped a 5-game win streak, they deserve to feel good about themselves for a little bit, but so what, now what? I mean, I know it's a 24-hour rule, but it's still probably good feelings are still probably going to linger at the end of the week, right?
Well, they are, but we don't have time to relish in victories and we don't have time to relish in defeat, and it's on to the next one, onward and upward, and that's that's my task, my job as head coach, to make sure the guys stay focused that way and stay centered, stay grounded, but it can, a win can definitely lift your sails a little bit, and you kind of go into the week feeling a little bit better about yourself.
Marvin said that they're looking at next 8 games as kind of like a brand new season. Is that the mindset you want them to have?
Yeah.
I mean, has it been impressive to see them be able to kind of move past these last couple of weeks and be able to take advantage?
Yeah, we started the if you break the season up into quarters, right? We were 2-2 in the first, and then we sputtered 0-4 in the next, and now you're sitting here kind of 1-0 at the beginning of the next kind of the third quarter, and and you just have to kind of approach it that way and kind of attack your season that way. Great opponent this week, and the Chiefs are one of the best teams in not only the NFL but in the AFC, and we've got to just have a great week of preparation and. Not worry about what we've done, but focus on what we can do.
Aside from the win, just in terms of the offense's resolve, overcoming a couple holding calls and they're able to go down and score and things like that, how important is it for this offense to see that they can do that and to sort of get over the hump in that way?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it gives the unit the confidence they need, this week, but. There's still a lot of, I think, teaching and coaching that goes on that we can take from even a win, that we do from losses and continue to add to and build upon, this week.
After going back through the tape, just what did you see from Trevor in terms of how he was able to manage the game, especially in that second half?
Well, he was very efficient. We stayed out of third and long situations, which means we were really good first and second down. Second long scenarios were good for us. We were able to get it to those 3rd and 2s and 3s and some of the 1s and, capitalize on some first downs. And just he played within himself. He didn't put the ball in harm's way. Saw the field really well. He ran hard. It was good to see him scramble a couple of times, and that's what you need. You need that from your quarterback and from your leader, and it was a good step for him.
How important is a strong performance this week heading into the bye?
Well, I think it's huge for the team, to still be able to build upon, this past weekend, and it's again, it's going to be a benchmark type game, to see where we're at, as a football team going up against a well coached, disciplined team, and it's just going to It's a matter of just kind of just sticking to our business and keep trusting our process and everything that we're doing, and go play and try to keep eliminating the mistakes we're making and try to focus on that.
Your reaction to Frank getting fired just recently by the Colts?
I tell you, this business, it's unfortunate. Obviously Frank was a part of the team. We won the championship there in Philly, and he and I are real close, and I hate it for him. But, that's one of the things as coaches we know when we get in this business it's going to happen, at some point. But I know he's going to be, he'll bounce back. He'll be better, and hate it for him and his staff right now.
I hate to ask about one specific snap in yesterday's game, but DeLon Smoot lining up in the slot on Devontae Adams.
It's one-on-ones, man coverage. Just the scheme. I mean, sometimes we ask our outside backers to, apex the receiver, and it just happened to be he was the guy in at that time, and sometimes you'll see Josh in that spot or Trayvon in that spot, but he happened to be in that position at that time.
What was your reaction when you saw him?
He wasn't playing in man. I know that.
Were there some communication issues in the secondary yesterday?
Specifically?
At times, whether or not Tyson was going with Devontae when he was in the slot, between him and Darius, between the corner and the safety, Andre Sisco, whether or not they were going to have help over the top. Was there some communication issues there with all the moving pieces more than normal in that secondary?
Is that a hunch, or did you see some stuff?
I mean, I saw some stuff. I'm asking if you saw the same stuff I saw.
There's obviously some communication that goes on when you're asking Tyson to go up against their number one receiver, and we're trying to double him, and so there's got to be some communication with the safeties, and there at times, I don't know if it was miscommunication, but there was definitely communication, out there on the field, and it's sometimes we got caught, Devontae one-on-one with Sisco, for the touchdown. It's just the way the defense played itself out, with the offensive personnel. I mean, it happens to us sometimes on offense. You can kind of dictate to the defense what you want, and they executed the play well. But there's always going to be communication. It's one of the things that we need to continue to kind of clean up, kind of eliminate some of the hesitation out there on the field, and just continue to keep working and practicing to get that stuff cleaned up.
And did you see enough from Buster to keep that rotation moving forward at corner?
I mean, Buster did some good things, and I think it was really, really good for him to get out there and just kind of feel what game speed is like, having, watched the tape this morning. I know he's going to, probably be a little more aggressive the next time out, in that position. But it was good to see, and we'll see this week just how the game plan unfolds and see what Mike wants to do with, the personnel.
What did the second half say about Tyson Campbell and just how he fought back?
We've said it all along. He's a great kid. Great kid. He was a hard worker, young, good corner, and we're excited to have him, obviously, and to be able to do what he did. And the thing is, too, what I reiterated to him was that he didn't have to do it by himself, because he was going to get help with the safety. The D-line was going to get to the quarterback. We were going to, make it a package deal where he didn't have to be out there on an island the whole time. And he did it well. He played well, and it was really a good opportunity, and it's kind of the first one, in his young career to go against a very good receiver in Devontae Adams, and thought overall, settled into the game, and did some good things.
An update on Evan Ingram back, and I'm assuming Rayshon's in the concussion protocol.
Rayshon's in the protocol. And Evan is going to be okay. He's going to be kind of day-to-day, but should be fine, should be cleared for the game.
Any other injuries other than those two coming out?
No, Travis Etienne was a little beat up, but he's going to be fine. Chris Manhurst on the first play of the game, guy went low into his knee, but he's going to be okay. There's nothing significant there. Everything that came out of the game, Rayshon's the more significant one, with the going into the protocol there, but everybody else is going to be fine, this week.
Do you need to get more out of Michael?
I think we can use him more. I don't know if we can get any more out of him. I think we can just use him more. He's a really good runner, and we were talking about that as a staff this morning, how we can kind of utilize him a little bit more and maybe take some off of Travis just a little bit.
Does Travis's ability to get the hard yards surprise you at all?
A little, but the more you're around him, you understand he's hard to bring down. He's kind of slithery, through the hole when he finds it. Stays low, keeps his pads low, and gets 2 to 3 to 4 extra yards. So tough runner, hard runner, and from that standpoint, you would think that. I mean, it's a little bit surprising that he can do that, but powerful kid, keeps his legs moving. It's good to see.
It really seems like this to me, but does it always seem, not always, but it seems like he takes a really large amount of hard hits, at the end of the runs and stuff sometimes, especially on the outside over there?
He runs hard, so naturally he's gonna probably get hit hard or hit the ground hard. But he bounces up and he's ready for more, which is good to see from your runner. I don't want to take that away, the aggressiveness that way, but he does from time to time take some whops.
Is there anything extra to a game like this one when you go against a coach personally, like Andy Reid, for you?
They're always fun, my career, and of course he coached me, so we go way back, and I've worked for him, and got a lot of respect for him and obviously his family, and he's kind of taught me a lot about this game, and it's always fun to go against him and his teams, because they're going to be well coached and well disciplined, and always has great talent, which we know, and yeah, it'll be fun. But once we tee it up, though, you're focused on the game.
Is Chason gonna come back soon, or is he still a ways away?
Sure.
Well, I know he had to miss the last 4 games. So I'm just wondering if you guys are gonna try to activate him this week or move forward. What are you doing?
No, the plan still is, with him being down, still got a few weeks left with him, and just want to make sure he's progressing in the right direction, and would see him probably sooner than later.
Good. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Doug.
Appreciate it, Doug.
Thanks, guys.
Blessed.
Andrew, what does a game like yesterday do just for the overall, confidence of the locker room?
It feels good to win. It really does. And you can't really get caught up too much in the outcomes, but that feeling of winning, it's more of the feeling. It really makes you want to dial in more the next week. So, but just like you say, you can't let one team beat you twice. You can't get win drunk, and we got a tough challenge this week, so we got to enjoy it today and get back on the horse next week.
When the team was down 17-0, what were you doing on the sideline? I guess some of the guys said you were, trying to kind of saying some things.
I'll be honest, when we were down 17-0, I knew we were winning the game, because the weeks before we were up, and it was kind of like, playing from behind, I think, is easier than playing from ahead in this league. I really do, because every player, every coach in this league has pride in performance, and when you go down, it's like, okay, we're going to give them our best shot now. And we knew, I kind of knew, and I always try to just keep everyone up on the sideline, because there's going to be ebbs and flows. It's like you can't ride the roller coaster of emotion. You got to stay level-headed, and that's really just what I tried to convey to everybody, and it obviously paid off.
Is there something you say during the 5 games before, or what do you have to say during those 5 games when you guys are losing and it's not going your way, in order to sort of get those guys to get pumped up, get yourself pumped up, and things of that nature?
Right. It's hard. You don't like motivational speaking. It's like we don't need to come in here every week and try to find some motivation of everyone saying, you find everyone, words really breed actions. When everyone comes in and it's like, we need this, we need that, we need, it kind of gets redundant, and it's not a good feeling. But I know for sure this week we came out and it was just like, everyone just kind of stopped talking and kind of really just started doing. So that's really what we tried to focus on throughout the course of the week, really.
What does it say about the team to be able to overcome that, the resolve of the team, the defense, from the first half to the second half, things of that nature? Just what does it say about you guys?
It says that we're a really good team at learning, and that's really what you got to do. One of the best pieces of advice I got as a rookie was this league will humble you, and if you're not constantly learning, not trying to get better, not being really disciplined on the days where you feel like, oh, I just did my job today, there's nothing I need to go back and review. It's really those little sessions where you go back and review really, really close, look at yourself, be your own worst critic. And I think from having all these really close losses, this team finally just said, you know what, screw this, like let's go, like one of those things. And you can see it in all the guys. And when everyone gets that juice going, I mean, sky's the limit for this team. Just gotta dial in every week.
Does this win feel a little bit different? I mean, second biggest comeback in franchise history. I know the team's kind of been looking for that spark to kind of get a string of wins going. Can this be that, because you dug out of the hole, got the win, you've had all the close games. Can this be that kind of, spurring moment?
It's definitely a good start. We really kind of clarified our intentions as a team in that team meeting after that London game. It was like, this is where we want to go, and when you identify where you want to go, then you can start doing all the little stuff leading up to that. So you kind of work backwards in a way to say, if we were to make the playoffs, what would we do what would we do today? And I think that's really what we did this week, and got a big win. They were, I believe, 2-5. We were 2-6. It's like, we're not out of it. Tennessee lost last night. We're only 2 games back. We play them twice, so you can never give up in this league. But I think that Denver loss hurt. It did, because we thought that could be one, but we really got back on track and got this one. And you can only get one at a time. So, but back to your question, I think this one feels good at home for sure. And like I said, good team next week. Can't get wind drunk. Got to dial back in.
Do you ever kind of look at a game as like a measuring stick game? Chiefs are one of the top teams in the AFC. You go in there and kind of see where you guys match up with them.
You don't really want to say, they're obviously one of the best teams in the league. There's no question about that. But it's the NFL. There's 32 teams, and there's 53 players on every team that are the best of the best. So any given Sunday, any team can win. But to go in, they're a winning team. That's what they do. You saw that game last night. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, they just win. They get it done when they need to. And I think we're starting to trend in that direction. And like you said, it will be a good test. I mean, if you're going to contend in the AFC, you're going to have to go play Kansas City in January, February, when it's cold and stuff. So it'll be a great challenge. And if you don't love the challenge, get off the train. And I know all these guys in that locker room, we're really a cohesive unit, and we're really, kind of tied together mentally, and we all think like that. So I'm fired up. I'm excited.
What did it say about kind of the character of the secondary just to limit Devontae in the second half like they did?
Yeah, it's awesome. That's what you have to have in this league as a defensive back. Tyson, all those guys, Cisco, Ray, Darius, we all think the same way. It's like, you got to want to be out there. And they're going to make their plays. And Devontae made his plays in the first half, but it's a 4-quarter game. And, we came out really had a good talk at halftime and kind of switched things up a little bit and did our thing. And I'm just so proud of those guys. A guy like Tice, who's really trending in the right direction, but you see him learning and growing every day. He never gets down on himself after a play. I think that's his best quality, because as an NFL corner, they're coming at you every play, no matter what. And you just got to be really focused play after play, and he did that, and it was awesome to see.
Buster getting his first NFL action. What'd you think about the rookie?
There's gonna be some stuff, tackling, stuff like that. It hits fast, but I remember when I was a rookie, it does hit fast. But the guys who make it in this league, and Buster will be one of them. You see him work every day. Experience is only gonna make him better and better. And I really like where we're at. Everyone's really bought in. Everyone knows that when one of us makes a play, we all make a play, and we just got to make the plays that come to us. So we're in a good spot.
How important can a strong performance this week be heading into the bye week?
it can be big. You know, we got that. I know I hate to go back to last year, but we got a win going into a bye week last year, and it always just feels good. Gets your mind right. But you know, we're trying not to really focus on a bye week. We're just trying to focus on the Chiefs. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.